Welcome to Pardon That Vine. My name is Riccobono, and this is the world's most unbiased wine review forum. It's Game 3 tonight. Pettit against the Phillies. We need a win to bring it to CC on Sunday. You will be watching this on Monday, and then I'll be going back to South African wines for about 7 or 8 days after that, and then coming back to you live. Anyway, I just want to address one thing here. I'm overwhelmed with the response that I've received from the fans, but I just cannot keep up with the emails. I'm getting about 300 or 400 a night, and I'm doing my best to get back to everyone. I think the best way to go about it is, if you have a question or want to reach out to me, is to join the Facebook page, pardonthatvine.com, or follow me on Twitter and just post things up on the wall. And then I can get back to you and other people can chime in. Once again, I apologize. If you do have a question that you want to go directly on email, please feel free. Just know that it could take 2 or 3 days to get back to you. Anyway, with that, let's get into the first wine for the game tonight, which is going to be an amarone. An amarone is one of my favorite wines in the world. It's from the Veneto region in Italy, and it's a very unique way to make wine. It's called appassimento, which is basically they dry out the grapes on mats for about 4 to 6 months on straw mats, which increases the sugar levels in the wine. And this is 16%, typically higher alcohol levels, and the profile becomes very sweet, but it is not a dessert wine. It just has this really nice, raisiny profile and a little bit sweeter profile. If you don't like any sweet type of wines, you won't like it. But it's a phenomenal wine. It's actually my favorite wine in the world. Just give it a try if you haven't had it. But when you taste it, don't think that it's bad because it has this kind of sweet profile to it. Anyway, with it, this is the Corte Campagnola. This is the 2003. It's a very reasonable amarone. It's about $40. That's one of the issues with amarones. They're typically more expensive than your average wines. Usually $70 or $80 for the best ones. But you definitely can find values at $40. The grapes are usually Corvina, Rondinella, and Molinara. That's pretty much the 3 grapes. This has a little different breakdown, but typically Corvina is going to dominate, I think, about 40% or so. Picking up some sour cherries on the nose. This is one of those scenarios where before I'm done with the mid-palate period, the tannins overtake it. And that's because, number one, it's very young. And number two, is it's almost at too reasonable a price point for an amarone. It's not great. I can't even get a flavor profile because it's just overtaking me before I get to the finish. So I'm not picking up any flavors on the mid-palate. I get a little bit of the sour cherries. A little like fig, actually. But I'm going to have to pass it. I was hoping we got a value play here. It's just too much. It's actually burning my throat. Second wine is a Rioja. This is El Puntito, 2004, 95 points, wine enthusiast. Traditionally a tremendous value wine. It was Wine of the Year, I believe, in 2007. Rioja comes in you'll see 3 different things on the label. The first one's Crianza, and that means it's aged for 2 years, 1 year in oak. The second one is Reserva, which means 3 years aged, 1 year in oak. And the third one is Gran Reserva, which is 5 years aged, 3 years in oak. So typically on every Rioja, you will see one of those. Crianza, Reserva, Gran Reserva. This one does not have anything on it on the label, which is unusual. Beautiful dark color. Actually smells a little bit like toast, believe it or not, with some jelly, like a dark jammy jelly on top of it. Little bit of spice. That's nice. Still young. Probably has another 8 to 10 years. I'll probably decant it when I'm done here, and it'll probably open up a little bit. But it's very nice. Nice dark fruits in the mid palate. Big tannins that come in, but they don't come in too early. They come in when they should, and there's a long finish. I can still taste some different blackberries, strawberries, cherries, all different types of mixed fruits as I'm still speaking here. So it's pretty good wine. $40 is a tremendous value for a wine that gets 95 points and it's drinking this good. Just a huge wine. Finally, and that wine's about $40, which I think I said. This is Rioja Crianza, 2 years aged, 1 year in oak, 2005, $9.99. Rioja. It's amazing. From the El Puntito, I can still taste. I just had like I was still eating strawberries here about a minute and a half later. Extremely like soil, earthiness, spices, peppery, little bit of fruit. That is what I expected. It's a very easy drinking wine. I would actually recommend this if you want to get into Rioja. It's $9.99. It's just a benign wine. It's got some nice flavors in the middle, nice fruits. Got an interesting nose with that peppery, spicy profile. For $9.99, this is my recommendation of the night, although El Puntito is very good if you want to spend a little bit more money. I know a lot of you guys are looking for recommendations under $10. This is it. Rioja Crianza, 2005. Excellent wine, $9.99. Drinks like a $20, $25 Rioja. Really nice. I can still actually feel it. It's not as big as this one. Probably will not last as long. But Lon is a tremendous producer in Spain. Give it a try. Anyway, with that, I have to get to the game. We need a win tonight. Hopefully when you see this, we'll be up 3-1. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.